Hey guys, you did read the thumbnail correct. This is an electric UTV. I have a keyless fob for the winch, as well as a button on the dash. But this makes it super easy to install that plow. So I'm going to give you a walk around of what I've done to install all of the snow plow and all the equipment on this UTV, as well as the batteries I used. So I used LiTime batteries, 48 volt, 30 amp hours. They can do up to a 3C discharge rate, which will give me the punch that I need in order to plow snow and push heavy loads. That's cool. So I have 6 30 amp hour batteries for a total of 180 amp hours. Like I said, you can do a 3C discharge rate, so times the 180 by 3, and you'll get the full continuous run of these batteries. Now, I have actually been running this UTV since I've moved here about a month and a half ago, and I haven't even charged them yet. I've just been running them. So each battery is actually 48 volt, nominal 51.2. So all you need to do is hook them in parallel. Typically, when you run like a golf cart or something like this, you need to run a series connection. But these little batteries are actually 48 volt all on their own. All you need to do is just positive to positive, negative to negative throughout your system. And then however many amp hours you want, then you just buy the amount of batteries that you need. One thing that I do really like about these batteries is that they're cylindrical cells. You have 3 different types as far as I know. So you have pouch cells, you have prismatic cells, and you have cylindrical cells. In my opinion, the cylindrical cells are the best for vibration for an off-road type EV vehicle. The cylindrical cells and also the pouch cells to a lesser degree, but they're a lot better for vibration, in my opinion, than the prismatic cells, because there's liquid inside that sloshes around and there's anodes that could tip, could break. So my opinion, the cylindrical cells are the way to go for a high vibration vehicle. Okay, so this is the app. Now you can put the batteries together, and you can see at the bottom left there's a refresh after. So this isn't actually going to give you a live reading of what you're using. Let's bring that plow up right now. Yeah, you can see there the amps never went up. You can see the voltage. You can see we have 121.2 amp hours remaining. Now that's out of 180 amp hours, and I haven't charged this, and I've been using it for about a month and a half. Now I haven't been going on trail rides, but I have been going around my property, picking up brush, towing a trailer. I actually have a 16-foot enclosed trailer that I moved about 10 feet forward with this, which I was pretty surprised at, but no problem. So let's actually just go back to, we'll just connect to one of the batteries, because that will actually give us a live view of what is going on. So you can see there now, if we drop down the plow, you can see we had 7. Bringing it up, we had about 2.4, and that's on a single battery. And you can see here, this is the Y connector I was talking about. I think this is a 12 gauge wire in here. And then under the seat, they are a little dirty. I have a fuse here that runs up to that solenoid that's up at the front. And then the batteries are all connected, just, you can see here, negative and negative. So just all the positives and all the negatives are just wired together. Down in here, this was some controls I used. So basically these are to run LED lights. So they go AC to DC, which then runs that relay, and that relay will tell the smart shunt to turn on. And on the other side, I have it so that it'll turn on when the key is turned on. I have another one of these boxes with the shunt in it. I'll show you that in a minute. And you can see here, this is where the positive connects off the batteries, and the negative connects back. There's a solenoid back there that engages when the key turns on. So I have 6 of them, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. And it was quite simple to install these. I just used the stock brackets here, and then all I had to do was use threaded rod, and I just re-threaded the hole there to take the threaded rod, made it a little larger, and that's it. And then just put nut and bolt on the top here. You can see here's one, and there's one back there, and that's what's holding down the batteries, and they are solid in there, so I am very happy with it. So the LiTime batteries so far for me have been great. Now you may be asking yourself, this is lithium iron phosphate, you're not supposed to use it in cold weather. And yes, I agree. You can discharge these batteries. I think these ones are either -10 or -20 degrees Celsius that you can discharge them. But this is going to be stored in a heated garage, and then when it's snowing and I need to plow, I'm going to pull it out and use it. Now while I'm using it, the batteries are going to heat up just due to the energy transfer, which is then going to keep them above freezing while they're being used. So if I'm out plowing for an hour or two, the batteries are going to keep themselves warm and I'm not going to have any issues, and then I'll just pull it back into the garage and then charge them. They also have low temperature protection. So if I do happen to, let's say, park it outside and then go in and make a coffee and then come back out and it's not being used and it's just sitting and the batteries get cold, the BMS inside will not allow me to charge until they're brought up to temperature. So I can still drive it around and then park it in the garage and then wait for them to come up to temperature, and they'll just start charging on their own once they see that the BMSs are active again. So yeah, that's one of my projects. This has worked out great. And then too, in the inverse, let's say I have a power outage and I need extra batteries. I could actually use the batteries that are in here and just wire it into an inverter system. I could probably put like an 175 amp Anderson connector coming off these batteries and then put an inverter on here and use it for backup power if need be. Like just a scenario thinking outside the box. But yeah, look forward to some videos in the wintertime. I'm gonna film myself actually plowing and using this, and we'll see what it can do and what it can handle. As always, thank you very much for watching. Bye.